Hey, good evening. Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and I want to go back to Novavax. This was a chart of the day video that I recorded last Friday. How I got into this stock right towards the end of the day, and it was because of the way the stock was trading. It wasn't because, sorry about that, my dog was ticked because she wanted me to cover PetSmart again. Anyway, so I got into this stock because of the way it had kind of traded here. You know, it's in an obvious uptrend, so that's kind of a no-brainer, but it's the entry that's another thing. And so what I wanted to do was get in and be able to keep a stop like below here. I wasn't really thinking too much about the 50-day moving average. Is a little bit too low. But so I got into the stock on Friday and then held it today. And of course, now I look like a real superstar. But a lot of that was just dumb luck. Not really dumb, but let's put it this way. When you do good things, a lot of times good things happen, but sometimes not. The good thing was that this was at a good entry point. And certainly didn't know that the stock was going to go up 83%, but it actually just opened, it gapped up a little bit today, 5%, it gapped up about $1. And then it was real strong and it just kind of kept going. And so what I want to point out though is this, I don't, I know some of the Twitter geniuses in the, all the garbage and rubble that's there. I'm sure there's some people that will tell you that they could have predicted this. I'm not one of them. I'll be the first to admit it. I had no idea this was going to do this. But here's the thing: if you focus on finding good setups, sometimes good things happen. And if a bad thing happens, part of your setup is that it was a low risk setup where you knew what the stock had to do in order for you to say, oh crap, I'm wrong. And you knew exactly how much you would lose if you did have to hit the eject button. And so because you see this kind of thing, you say, yeah, I can take this trade because I know what my downside is. So it's not like you look at this stock and say, wow, this is going to explode. I got to get in here right now. No, this isn't really not really even a volatility squeeze at all. So I wasn't looking at this as a real explosive move. I was looking at this as, hey, this is an uptrending stock with a good entry. It was the entry that intrigued me, and so I'm in the stock. If the stock had gapped up here and then held right around 19 bucks or so, I'd be looking at this stock and I'd go, hey, this is great. I had a good entry. I'm all happy. But instead, the stock did this. So when you get entries, a good entry, take it because good things can happen. Not always. In this case, a good thing happened. So what did I do? Well, first, I actually did buy a little more stock this morning, but then the stock started running so fast, I didn't really have to keep buying more stock because my position was growing. It's nice how it does that when price just runs up. But then, so after hours, when I was preparing for the videos that I do, I noticed that Novavax was up a lot more. And so then I'm thinking, okay, this thing's up 83%, or it was up, somewhere around there. I thought, okay, this is stupid if I don't take some kind of profits off the table, but I only took half. And the reason is because this is a COVID deal. It's a COVID trade. All the big ones are. And so they're going to get more funding. They entered into some agreement with Emergent Biosolutions. And then, by the way, they lost money. They reported a loss of 58 cents a share. The only problem was, it's a problem for the bears, the consensus estimate was 67 cents. So they actually crushed earnings estimates. When you're expected to lose 67 cents a share, but instead you only lose 58 cents a share, that's actually a pretty good beat. So the stock was up so much here, and I'm trading half. I'm keeping half. Um, I'm keeping half on the table so that I can be in position to make money tomorrow if the stock continues to run. But I've booked profits on half the position just in case the market tomorrow says, we don't really care, and the stock's traded down. So either way, it's been a good trade for me. And this is the kind of thing that you can make. The most important thing is on the exits, don't ever try to top tick the whole thing, and don't forget about the fractional exits. You can take half off the table. You can take a quarter off the table. Just book some profits when you have them, because what you're going to find if you don't is you're going to see your trading account go up and down in value, and it's going to start eating at you when you say, well, crap, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done this, I should have done that. So if you have some kind of a profit protecting mechanism so that you can book profits and then at the same time stay in a stock for bigger gains if they're going to be there, you're going to find your profit curve just basically, doing this. And this is what you want to see. You want to see a nice uptrend. Maybe sometime it'll be completely flat or even down, but you want to see this kind of uptrend in your profit curve, okay? All right, that's all I got. Hopefully Novavax opens at 50 tomorrow, all right?